Today we are going to discuss Descartes rule of sign. This mathematician has given theory about quadratic equation is that we can find out the positive and negative roots of a polynomial without finding out the roots. See, we can at least we can see them, how many of them are positive, how many of them are negative, if they are if we know the coefficients of a polynomial. See, so first of all, see, I just start with this theory, Descartes rule of sign. Descartes rule of signs. His theory is like in form of points. Right on the first is see, if fx is equal to 0, if fx is equal to 0, be polynomial with real coefficients, with real coefficients. First point, positive real roots, positive real roots of fx is equal to 0 are not more than number of changes the number of changes of sign from positive to negative and negative to positive What does it mean? See, Descartes says if we know the polynomial, see, we know the coefficients. That means I take an example, let fx is equal to say 7x to the power 5 minus 5x to the power 4 plus 3x to the power 3 minus 2x to the power 5 plus 4x, say I'll do write down here 2 plus 4x minus 3. See, Descartes says we see the how many change of sign, that is either from positive to negative or negative to positive. That means positive to negative is one change, then negative to positive is another change, positive to negative next change, negative to positive is another thing. So one change, then another change, second, then third, then fourth, and then fifth. There are five changes in this polynomial, five changes of sign in polynomials. So there are five changes. There are five changes of sign. There are five changes of sign in fx. So this polynomial has five positive roots. Now I just take it another example. It is fx is equal to, it is 6x to the power 7 plus 5x to the power 6 plus 4x to the power cube minus 3x square plus 2x minus 4. See, if we look upon the number of changes, positive, then positive to negative is first change, then negative to positive same, and then positive to negative to positive is another change, second change, and positive to negative is third change. So we will say, so maximum number of positive roots are possible is equal to 3. Possible is equal to 3. So depends upon number of changes of sign in fx, then it is called, then we can find out the maximum number of positive roots. Same way he has given about negative roots also. So point number second, fx is equal to 0, be polynomial with real coefficients, negative real roots. Second point is negative negative real roots of fx is equal to 0 are not more than number of changes of sign from positive to negative, and negative to positive, see, that is negative to positive, positive to negative in f of minus x. So जब भी हमें कोई क्वेश्चन गिवन होगा, we have to calculate how many of that equation can have maximum number of negative roots. First of all, we will replace fx by f of minus x, like let fx is equal to 2x4 plus 3x cube plus 2x square plus 3. Now we would like to see what is f of minus x. We take it, this is as x. F of minus x will be, it is 2 into minus x the power 4, 3 into minus x square plus 2 into minus x plus 3. That means it becomes 2x4 plus 3x square minus 2x plus 3. So we see the thing, there is 1 and it comes out to positive to negative. Positive to negative, there is a one change, and then negative to positive, again there is a second change. So we can say there are, so maximum number of negative roots of fx can be 2, because there are two changes of sign in f of minus x. I can take an example of another function, that is fx is equal to, say it is 5x to the power 5 minus 4x3 plus 3x square minus 4x, it comes out to be 5. So I suppose I have taken this polynomial for negative roots. I'll find out f of minus x first of all, and f of minus x will be what? It is 5 minus x to the power 5, it is minus 4x cube. I'll do write down, it is minus x the cube plus 3 minus x the whole square minus 4 into minus x plus 5. So we get f of minus x as minus 5x to the power 5 plus 4x to the power 3 plus 3x square plus 4x plus 5. So now we look upon the changes. If we see carefully, there is only one change from negative to positive, otherwise all other sign we get a positive sign. So we'll say there is one change of sign, so maximum number of negative roots of fx be 1 only. To clarify these, I am writing down 2 more points, that are fx is equal to 0 has no positive real roots. Third point is fx is equal to 0 has no positive real roots, then number of changes of sign, in fx must be even. What does it mean? It means, see, sometimes we just find out the equation like this, where fx is equal to 2x4 plus 5x cube plus 6x square plus 4x plus 5. We get this equation, then we'll say number of positive roots, say maximum number of maximum number of positive roots possible be 0. So we'll say no positive roots possible. No positive roots possible as there is no change of sign in f of x. The last point, it is fx is equal to 0. Fx is equal to 0 has no negative roots, has no negative roots. Then number of changes, then number of changes, the number of changes of sign in f of f minus x must be even. That means we take any example. Let example we take it f of x is equal to, this is x cube minus 4x square plus 3x minus 5. F of minus x will come out to be minus x cube minus 4 into minus x square plus 3 into minus x minus 5. It becomes minus x cube minus 4x square minus 3x minus 5. Now again we look over here and we find out there is no change of sign. There is no change of sign in f of minus x. It means it is no negative roots. It means no negative roots. This is the theory upon say Descartes rule of signs, that is for positive and the negative roots. See, this is a Descartes rule of signs, we have done it, but the important thing, see, if we get a polynomial like this, fx is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, and nothing has been mentioned out about a, b, c, d, as it has been say written a, b, c, d are real, then Descartes rule of signs won't be applicable over here. So the next topic we are going to start it, that is quadratic equation, is important one, and that is common root. Common root, see, we have been given in sometimes a question that if equations a1x square plus b1x plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x square plus b2x plus c2 is equal to 0 have one root common, have one root common, have one root common. See, we can say this equation has maximum number of two roots. This equation has also maximum number of two roots, and one root of say is common of these two equations. So this has been given. Question is find it. Second part, you can say the second part also find a, say I just make it correct. If above equations have a common root, find the condition. See, in a question of common root, you may get find the common root of a quadratic equations. Two equations will be given out. So what is the rule? What is the procedure for that? See, we start like this way. We suppose let alpha is a common root. We suppose let alpha is a common root, which means alpha must satisfy this equation also, and alpha must satisfy this equation. That means a1 alpha square plus b1 alpha plus c1 is equal to 0, and a2 alpha square plus b2 alpha plus c2 is equal to 0. Now we have done in class 10th also to solving these two equations. See, by cross multiplication method, in that very class there were two variables, one was x and one was y, and we used to solve one method, so called method by cross multiplication. Now we take it one variable as alpha square, one variable as alpha, and we solve them by cross multiplication. Like we take it alpha square is equal to alpha is equal to 1. Now method of cross multiplication is as, see, keep your finger on alpha square over here, and first of all b1 c2 minus b2 c1. अल्फा स्क्वायर के नीचे क्या लिखेंगे, b1 c1 b2 c2. अल्फा के नीचे कीप योर फिंगर ऑन अल्फा, वी डू राइट डाउन इट इज a1 c1 a2 c2. Then it comes out to be, this is upon c1 c2, keep your finger over here, and we got it what, a1 b1 a2 b2. See, little say एक बात का ध्यान रखना, especially in case of minus alpha. See, when we keep a finger over here, it should be, see, first of all we can say it should be minus alpha over here. Now we'll say alpha square upon b1 c2 minus b2 c1. See, it is, we can directly write down, keep your finger on alpha square, b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon alpha upon, keep your finger on alpha square. First of all you can take it opposite or you can take it minus alpha. It is minus a1 c2 minus a2 c1, and here we'll get it what is, it is 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Now solving this relation, first of all I am say दोनों पार्ट का सोल्यूशन यहाँ तक तो सेम है. नाउ आई एम डूइंग द फर्स्ट पार्ट, आई एम फाइंडिंग आउट द कॉमन रूट. I am going to find out the common root, that is first is equal to, so I'll take it alpha square upon b1 c2 minus b2 c1 is equal to alpha upon a2 c1 minus a1 c2, and alpha is equal to, and second and third alpha upon a2 c1 minus a1 c2 is equal to 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Now this alpha and alpha will be cancelled out. Alpha is equal to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon a2 c1 minus a1 c2, or alpha is equal to, it is a2 c1 minus a1 c2 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. This is the procedure to get a common root. See, we common root will be either this one or this one. Now we are doing the second part. If above equations have a common root, find the condition. So for that I'll change from here. I'll take it first and third, it is alpha square upon b1 c2 minus b2 c1 is equal to 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and then I'll take it second and third, it is alpha upon, it is a2 c1 minus a1 c2 is equal to, it is 1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. We find out, say, alpha square from here, it is alpha square b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Here we get alpha is a2 c1 minus a1 c2 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Since we are finding out the condition, we have to eliminate these roots, this alpha. I'll substitute alpha over here. So we get it a2 c1 minus a1 c2 the whole square upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1 the whole square. This is b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Now this term will be cancelling with this one. I got it what? I got it A2C1 minus A1C2 the whole square. This is equal to A1. This is A1 B2 minus A2B1 into it is B1 C2 minus B2 C1. So this is the required condition. We got it from here. See, you again understand this particular method. See, this is an article you can take it. See, if equations this and this have one root common. So what is the procedure? I take alpha as a common root. It will satisfy both these equations. Then I solve it by cross multiplication method. Alpha square upon, keep your finger over here. I'll got it B1 C1 upon B2 C2. Then keep our finger on alpha and I'll got it A1 C2 C1 C2. Put minus alpha over here and C1, it is 1 upon, it is A1 B1 upon A2 B2. Now we solve it. Alpha will come out to be this one, A1 C2 minus A2 C1. Alpha square is B1 C2 minus B2 C1 and 1 upon this into this A1 B2 minus A2 B1. Now we are solving, we are trying to find out the direct condition. See, one part we have already done it. I have explained over here. Since this part is more going to be used for objectives, so I am concentrating on this part. Say this is, I'll take it first and third and I'll take it second and third. I find out alpha from here and I find out alpha square from here. Now put substituting alpha in here. Now substituting alpha over here, I got it this equation and I got this result. This is a condition. See, but when we are doing the objectives and for every question, if we apply this very method, see we are going to get more or less 1 minute for a question. So we are going to take lot of time for one question. So one convenient way of doing these terms is, see, the method is like this. See, what I suggest is, see, instead of doing all this for one particular question, instead we can proceed it directly, right? See, we do write down one equation A1 x square plus B1 x plus C1 is equal to 0 and another equation written down to it. See, पहली इक्वेशन आपने लिखनी है, it comes out to be A1 x square plus B2x plus C2. एक इक्वेशन आपने लिखनी है और दूसरी इक्वेशन उसके नीचे लिख दी. Now we have to learn it directly and we are going to apply this condition for every question. How? See, first of all, we'll keep finger over here in the middle one. We got it what? It is A1. We'll keep a finger over here. It is A1 C2 minus A2 C1 the whole square. Keep your finger over here, then it is. Then keep your hand over on the first term, then we are left with B1 C2 minus B2 C1. It is B1 C2 minus B2 C1. Then it comes out to be, we take it, say first of all we have taken this one, say we keep finger over here. Now say we'll do it, we'll keep finger over here, we'll get it what? It is A1 B2 minus A2 B1. See, the things are very easy if you take it again. See, this is important part, we are going to apply in most of the questions. पहले क्या करना है, बीच वाले टर्म को छोड़ देना है और क्रॉस मल्टीप्लिकेशन मेथड A1 C2 minus A2 C1 the whole square into B1 C2 minus B2 C1 and A1 B2 minus A2 B1. So very simple, we can apply it and our problems we are going to get solved. See, the first problem of common roots and it is from our booklet. Anyhow, I am writing down the question over here. The question is, if quadratic equation if quadratic equations x square minus 11x plus a is equal to 0, this is a, this is small a, and x square minus 14x plus 2a is equal to 0 have a common root, then value of a are a part 0 into 24, a option has been given out, b option is 0 minus 24, c option is 1 minus 1, and a d option is minus 2 1. See, direct condition I have explained to you, we are going to apply it. The method is very simple. Write down one equation, x square minus 11x plus a is equal to 0. Then write down another equation, just under it, it is x square minus 14x plus 2a is equal to 0. Now we are applying the condition. It is, keep your hand on the middle term, it is 2a into 1, 2a, 1 into 1 into, it is 2a into 1 minus 1 into a. It is a whole square. This is equal to, now multiplying this into this minus this into this, it is minus 14 minus 11, then minus 11 into 2a minus 14 into a, it is minus 22a, this into this minus 14a. It is a square, we get it, a square is equal to, it is minus 3 over here, we got it here, it is minus 22a plus 14a, it is minus 3a into, it comes out to be minus 8a. Now a square, we just find out a square is equal to minus 24a, I can say a common, a plus 24 is equal to 0. We can conclude a is equal to 0 or a is equal to minus 24. So right option is B part. See, but we understand, see, we just once again check it out. See, the method, once again you understand it, that is, write down one equation, write down another equation. See, one equation like under second equation, then we apply, keep your hand over here, it is 2a minus a the whole square, this into this minus this into this, minus 14 plus 11, and it is minus 22a plus 14, like this way. Now minus 3 minus 8. Now keep it, see, be careful, we have made a mistake over here, negative will be positive. See, we got here, it means a minus 24. So right option is not B1, it is A. See, if we'll do a silly mistake, we will see if that option has been given in our answer. So we have no scope, we can't make even a silly mistake over here. So next problem on common root is, equations x square plus bx plus a is equal to 0 and x square plus ax plus b is equal to 0 will have a common root if a option is a plus b is equal to 0, b option is a plus b is equal to 1, c option we have been given it a plus b is equal to minus 1, and d option is a is equal to. See, equations will have a common root, which means how we'll start it, same way, we write down one equation x square bx plus a is equal to 0, we write down another equation x square plus ax plus b is equal to 0. We apply the same, see, condition for common root. See, that means we'll just apply b into 1, keep your hand on the first term, middle term, b minus a the whole square is equal to, this into this minus this into this is a minus b into, it comes out to be, this is b square minus a square. Now b minus a the whole square, this we can write down b minus a, this can be written as b minus a into b plus a. So I just got it minus b minus a the whole square into b plus a, and it is b minus a the whole square. Bringing this term on the left hand side, we got it b minus a the whole square. It is 1 plus b plus a is equal to 0, which means either this term is 0 or this 0. Either b minus a the whole square is equal to 0, b is equal to a, or 1 plus b plus a is equal to 0. So b can't be equal to a, as this whole equation will be finished. See, the thing is, even we should know it here. Here we should be given over here a, the option not a is equal to b, it should be rather none of these. And so the only option we have been left out, it is a plus b is equal to minus 1. Since if a will be equal to b, then we find out only one equation will have been left out, but obviously a can't be equal to b. Then so the next problem is, if equation if equations x square minus x minus p is equal to 0 and x square plus 2xp minus 12 is equal to 0 have a common root, have a common root, have a common root, then common root is, then common root is, A option is 1, B option is minus 1, C 2 and D minus 2. See, if we get a question like this, so our first priority will be as such, we start a question from there only, that very method also. See, x square minus x minus p is equal to 0. We write down another equation, it is x square plus 2px minus 12 is equal to 0. We start with the same method. See, if this idea work out is fine, but sometimes this equation really becomes little lengthy over there, so we got a problem. Like in this question, we find out it is, see, we apply the condition, it is minus 12 plus p the whole square. It is this into minus 12 minus minus plus is equal to 2p plus 1 the whole square into, it comes out to be 12 plus 2p square. Now see, before solving it, we find out this is big, this is going to be a cubic. This is going to be a cubic. So to solving a cubic, it will be little problem for you people. So the best thing will be, we may look for some alternate say solution. Alternate solution is, see very carefully these two equations. These equations have a common root. So what I'll do it, these equations have a common root. I'll substitute this common root. ये common root ही given है हमें. It is one of those options. I'll put it all options one by one in this equation. और जो भी ऑप्शन पुट करने से p की वैल्यू दोनों इक्वेशनों में सेम आ जाए, तो दैट इज अवर आंसर. सी लाइक put x is equal to 1. I am using this question, say I am using this option, put x is equal to 1. First equation we got it, 1 minus 1 minus p is equal to 0. The value comes out to be 0. Now I put x is equal to 1 in another equation. I got it 1 plus, we'll get it 2p minus 12 is equal to 0. 2p is equal to 11p is equal to 11 by 2. Not, see, the value of p is not same. So we'll reject it. So this is x is equal to 1 or rejected. I'll take up the another option. See, put x is equal to minus 1. Put x is equal to minus 1. I'll substitute over here. It is minus 1 the whole square minus 1. It is plus 1 minus p is equal to 0. I'll say p comes out to be 2 over here. X is equal to minus 1. Now x is equal to minus 1, put in another equation. It is 1 minus 2p minus 12 is equal to 0. 2p is equal to 11. Again, I think we are not going, see, we are not going to get p as a same. So p, this p is equal to x is equal to minus 1 is also rejected. X is equal to minus 1 also rejected. Now I'll just go for third option. This is the first option we started. This is the second option we tried it, and we go for third option. P is, say, x is equal to 2. It is 4 minus 2 minus p is equal to 0. It is p is equal to 2. Now put p is equal to, say, x is equal to 2 in third option. We got it what? 4. 4 plus, we got it, it is 4p minus 12 is equal to 0. 4p is equal to 8. P is 2. Yes, this is the right option. See, by putting x is equal to 2, we get p is equal to 2 in both these equations. So the right answer is C part. So we should be very much careful. Sometimes we have to take the equations, we have to take the answers. We'll start it from there and we reach our conclusion. Some more problems of common roots. See, we know that condition for common roots, if two equations have been given out, we know the conditions we have discussed in, say, previous lecture also. Now we are doing some more problems. The first problem is if quadratic equation, if quadratic equations ax square plus 2cx plus b is equal to 0 and ax square plus 2bx plus c is equal to 0 and b not equal to c have a common root, then a plus 4b plus 4c is equal to what? 4 options we have been given out: minus 2, b option is 1, c it is 1, and c option is 0, c option is 0, and the d option is 1. Now we start in the same way. We write down one quadratic equation, ax square plus 2cx plus b is equal to 0. Then we do write down another. We do write down another quadratic equation. Under it, it is ax square plus 2bx plus c is equal to 0. Now we apply the condition for common root. That means keep your hand on the middle term, that is AC minus AB the whole square. This is equal to 2b into a. It is 2ab minus 2ac. 2ab minus 2ac into, it comes out to be 2c square minus 2b square. So I take a common from here. I got it a square c minus b the whole square. Here I got it 2a common. I got it b minus c. From here 2 common, I make the factor c minus b, c plus b. Now the next thing, I wanted c minus b the whole square. It is a square c minus b the whole square. So I make it c minus b over here. It is minus 4a into c minus b into c minus b. It is c plus b. Now I bring this whole term on the left hand side, that is and I take common what? A into C minus B the whole square. I am left with A over here minus, it comes out to be 4, this C minus B the whole square taking common, I am left with minus 4, it comes out to be minus 4C minus 4B. If this comes out to be here, this whole term, it will become 4C plus 4B is equal to 0. Once again understand from here, you should not make any silly mistake over here. It is C minus B into C minus B, it becomes C minus B the whole square. A into C minus B the whole square taking common, we are left with A plus 4 into 4C plus 4B. Now from here we find out A can't be 0, so it will not be a quadratic equation. Then C minus B the whole square, this is also can't be equal to 0 because we have been given B not equal to 0. So only option we have been left out, A plus 4C plus 4B is equal to 0. So right option will say the C is the right option. The next problem of our booklet is the problem is if every pair from among the equations, three equations we have been given out, x square plus px plus qr is equal to 0, x square plus qx plus rp is equal to 0, and the third equation is x square plus rx plus pq is equal to 0. Has a common root, has a common root, has a common root, then product of the common root, then product of common root is, product of common root is product of common root is, option has been given out. The A option is PQR, B option we have been given out 2PQR, the C option it is P square Q square R square, and the D option is none of these. Since see in this question we have been given every pair, this means this and this equation has one common root, this and this equation has a common root, and first and third has a common root. So what I'll do it, I name it, this is equation number 1, say, this is I name it equation number 2, this is I name it equation number 3. Now taking, we'll start a solution from here, taking equation number 1, taking equation number 1 and equation number 2. See, in every question of a common root, blindly we can't apply the condition for a common root. So it is a little different question. So here we are trying to find out the common root. So we are trying to find out the common root between equation number 1 and equation number 2. The method is very simple. Since alpha, I suppose these two equation has one root common, and let us suppose it, let it be alpha. So I'll say alpha square plus p alpha plus qr is equal to 0, and another equation alpha square plus q alpha plus rp is equal to 0. So I suppose alpha is a common root. From here I conclude alpha square is equal to, it is minus p alpha minus qr. Here also alpha square is minus q alpha minus rp. Now we can equate it, equating these two. I got it, minus p alpha minus q alpha minus q alpha minus rp. I can say this comes out to be rp minus qr. This is equal to p minus q into alpha. I bring this term over here and I take this term on the right hand side. taking r common, I got p minus q is equal to p minus q into alpha, and alpha, that is alpha comes out to be r. So I conclude from here that the common root between equation number 1 and equation number 2 is r. Now I find out the common root between equation number 2 and equation number 3. So I suppose let beta is common root, let beta is common root of equation number 2 and equation number 3. It comes out to be beta square plus q beta plus rp is equal to 0, and I say beta square plus r beta plus pq is equal to 0. Now from same way we can say beta square is equal to minus q beta plus minus rp. From here beta square is minus r beta p minus pq. Now we got 2 beta square, so we can equate it minus q beta minus rp is equal to minus r beta minus pq. Then it comes out to be pq. I'll bring over here pq minus rp. This q beta will go over here. It is q beta minus r beta. I take common. It is p common. I am left with q minus r is equal to. It comes out to be, see here we have to see it. It is, again I think we have made a mistake over here. It should be r beta. It is q beta minus r beta. Now this is q minus r into beta. Now q minus r will be cancelled out with each, and I find out beta is equal to p. Now see carefully, symmetrical about these two equations, these three equations. जो कॉमन रूट पहली और दो इक्वेशंस का है, कॉमन रूट इज आर. द कॉमन रूट बिटवीन सेकेंड एंड थर्ड इज पी. सो वी कैन से द कॉमन रूट ऑफ इक्वेशन नंबर 1 and 3. 1 and 3 is, it comes out to be left out, it is q. So we have to find out what? We have to find out the product of common root. See, we have to find out product of common root. It is PQR. So this solution looks like to be little lengthy, but if you try it properly, you will be able to do it very soon. See, the method is little different. We find a common root. Put alpha is equal to here, put alpha is equal to equating alpha square. We got alpha from here. Similarly, let beta is the common root between 2 and 3. And then equating beta square, we got beta as p. Similarly, we got third root as q. So product of roots p, q, r. Next problem about a common root is, the next question of our booklet is, the value of a for which equation x cube plus ax plus 1 is equal to 0 and a and x4 plus ax square plus 1 is equal to 0 have a common root. Is a 4 option. The value of a comes out to be 2. It is 2 is equal to a. B option is a is equal to minus 2, and C option is equal to a is equal to 0, and D option is none of these. See, we are not going to get here always a quadratic equation. So don't be confused or don't think how to proceed with these cubic and biquadratic equation. So simple method is, if we have been given this equation and this equation has a common root, see, we will proceed as such. Say I'll get the value of a from here, and I'll get a value of a from here and I'll equate it like taking first equation, x cube plus ax plus 1 is equal to 0, x cube plus 1 is equal to minus ax, x cube plus 1 upon x is equal to minus a. I got a value of minus a from first equation. Similarly, equation number 2, x4 plus 1 is equal to minus ax square. X4 plus 1 upon x square is minus a. I also get the value of minus a from second equation. Now see, a is same variable in both the equations, we'll equate. We'll equate them, we'll get it what, x cube plus 1 upon x. This is equal to x4 plus 1 upon x square. Here this x and x will be cancelled out. We'll do it cross multiply, x4 plus x is equal to x4 plus 1. We find out x4 will be cancelled out. The right value we got it is x is equal to 1. So we got one root as x is equal to 1. So substitute in any one of the equation. See, it comes out to be, see, substitute x is equal to 1. We got it 1 plus a into 1 plus 1. We are substituting in this equation. We got the value of a as minus 2. So right option is B1. Next problem about the common roots is now this problem is involving your sequence and series, as we have done this topic before that in class +1. So simple things you must be remembering. Again I am writing down, if A, B, C are in AP, if A, B, C are in AP, that means 2B is equal to A plus C. This is points to remember. Points to remember for sequence series. If A, B, C are in GP, then we can write down B square is equal to AC. And the third point is, if A, B, C are in HP, then B is equal to 2AC upon A plus C. This is the thing. Now, the question of our booklet is, if A, B, C are in AP, if A, B, C are in AP and ax square minus 2bx plus c is equal to 0 and fgx square minus 2egx plus ef is equal to 0 have a common root. Then E, F, G are. The first option is in AP, B option is in GP, C option is in HP, and the D option is none of these. If ABC are in AP and these two equations have a common root. So first of all, we'll start from here. It is, we'll start a solution. ABC are in AP, that means 2B is equal to A plus C. 2B is equal to A plus C. We find out the discriminant. See, we find out the discriminant of this equation, ax square minus 2bx plus c is equal to 0. Discriminant is equal to 4b square minus 4ac. Now we can say that 2b is equal to a plus c. So 2b the whole square will be equal to a plus c the whole square. That means 4b square is equal to a plus c the whole square. Now I am substituting this 4b square in this d over here. It is a plus c the whole square minus 4ac. So our discriminant become a square plus c square plus 2ac minus 4ac. D is equal to a square plus c square minus 2ac. D is equal to a minus c the whole square. Then I can find out the roots. The roots will be x is equal to 2b plus minus a minus c upon, that is equal to 2a, this is 2. X is equal to, it comes out to be 2b, we know that it is a plus c, it is a plus c plus a minus c upon 2a, comma a plus c minus a plus c upon 2a. X is equal to c and c, we get it 1, comma we get it, it is, this is, here we find out a and a will be cancelled out, c over a. So we got two roots. See, again we started. See, what I have not done it over here, I have not applied the condition, because see, there are 1, 2, 3, there are 3 variables over here and 3 variables over here. So we are going to get a 6 variables. If we apply in a condition for a common root, we are not going to get anything. So rightful method is, see, we use this condition that if ABC are in AP, I take it 2B is equal to A plus C. I find out discriminant. Why the discriminant of this particular equation? Because there is no ABC in this equation. Then discriminant is 4b square minus 4ac. I took the value of 2b from here, that is a plus c the whole square. Substituting here a plus c the whole square minus 4ac, and I got discriminant as a perfect square a minus c the whole square. Now the x is equal to 2b plus minus a minus c upon 2a. Now plus a minus c minus a plus c. C will be cancelled out, the values of x1 and c here. That means now we can say one thing, this equation has two roots and one root of this one and this one is common. It means that common root is either 1 or c over a. The first preference will be, I'll put 1. See, this is objective question, so my preference will be, it will put x is equal to 1 in this equation. Put x is equal to 1 in above equation. In above equation, I'll got it what? Fg minus 2Eg plus, it comes out to be EF is equal to 0. Now dividing by, it is FEG, we got it 1 upon E minus 2 upon F plus 1 upon G is equal to 0. That means 1 upon E plus 1 upon G is equal to 2 upon F. We know one thing from here, it is twice the middle term is equal to 1 of sum of extremes, means 1 over E, 1 over F, 1 over G are in AP, but E, F, G are in HP. This is a property of HP. So the right option, it comes out to be C part. So this is one of the good problems, and similar problems we always got in one of the previous examination of IIT also. Next problem is, it is of our booklet. The question is, the value of parameter A for which the quadratic equation that is two quadratic equation we have been given out. It is 1 minus 2a into x square minus 6ax minus 1 is equal to 0, and ax square minus x plus 1 is equal to 0 have at least one root in common, or the right option we have been given out, a is equal to 0, a is equal to half. B is equal to, it comes out to be A is equal to 1 by 2 and A is equal to 2 by 9. C option is A is equal to 2 by 9 and D option we have been given A0, A 1 by 2 and D is 2 by 9. So whenever we got a two quadratic equations and we have been given it has one common root, we always thought over it okay, we should apply over here the condition for common root. But we are going to get very complex equation if we apply the direct condition over here. So what to do? Now in another problem in these equations are we can't find out the value of A as we have done in earlier question. So the best method is now we use the answers as we have done in one of our questions. We use these answers. So first of all put A is equal to 0 in both the equations. Say put A is equal to 0 in equation number 1. We got it what? This is you can say equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Now this is equation number 1. We got it what? 1 minus 2A. It is I got it x square. It is A0 means I got x square. It is minus 1 is equal to 0. In equation number 2 I got it what? It is A0. This quadratic become a linear. It is minus x plus 1. So we got one linear equation by putting A is equal to 0. So A is equal to 0 is rejected. Now we'll take up another case. It is second point A is 1 by 2. Now put A is equal to 1 by 2 in equation number 1. Equation number 1 we put it what? We got it. It is 1 minus 1. It comes out to be 0. It is minus 6 into 1 by 2x minus 1 is equal to 0 and in equation number 2 it comes out to be 1 by 4 x square minus x plus 1 is equal to 0. Same problem we got one of the linear equations. See here A is equal to 1 by 2 also rejected. See by putting A is equal to 0 and A is equal to half we do not get even a quadratic equations. So we won't say A is equal to 0 and A is equal to half, then these equations have one root common. Then we look upon four options. We have left out with one option only, that is A is equal to 2 by 9 and we can say the right option is C part, that is the only A is equal to 2 by 9 left it. So this is the correct, A is equal to 2 by 9 is the right answer, that is C part is our option. Now this is about the one root in common. Now we are doing when we have been given two roots in common, that means so condition. So condition, so condition that a1x square plus b1x plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x square plus b2x plus c2 is equal to 0 have both roots common. Have both roots common. Have both roots common is. Now we know about the quadratic equation. This equation can have maximum of two roots. This equation have maximum of two roots. मैं आपको जनरली एक क्वेश्चन कहता हूं कि बेटा एक इक्वेशन के दो रूट्स हैं से 2 and 3 और दो इक्वेशन बना के दिखाओ, दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. So if this equation have both roots common, then we can say these equations will be identical. But in this case the condition will be it is a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. So we can say condition that both the roots of these equation, both the root of this equation are common is a1 over a2, b1 over b2 and is equal to c1 over c2. Now problem based on this. this condition is, first question is, equations mx square plus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0 and 3x square plus 10x plus n is equal to 0 have both roots common. Have both roots common. Then m comma n are. Then m comma n are A part 3 comma 2. B option is 3 by 2 comma 4. C option is minus 3 by 2 comma 4 and the D option is minus 3 comma 2. See, we'll apply the conditions. I have written it over before that. That is, see, mx square plus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0 and 3x square plus 10x plus n is equal to 0 have both roots common. Then condition will be m by 3 is equal to 5 by 10 is equal to 2 by n. Then I can say m by 3 is equal to 1 by 2. This is equal to 2 by n. Now I take it what? M by 3 is equal to 1 by 2 first case. Another case I'll take it 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 9, 2 by n. M will be equal to 3 by 2 and n will be equal to 1. So m is 3 by 2 and n is equal to 1. The right option we are going to get it is, see, I think we have written by mistake some wrong answer. I again read out the answer. Say it comes out to be, say no. We just check it out the question. Equation, this have both roots common. There is no mistake in the question. So we start doing it. We check it once again. This equation has common root m upon 3, 5 upon 10, 2 upon n. See, m upon 3, 1 by 2, 2 upon 9 n. Then m is equal to 3 by 2. Here n is not 1. 2 into 2 it becomes 4. So the right option we got it as a B1. Now the next problem about condition for equations to have both root common is, if equations k 6x square plus 3 plus rx plus 2x square minus 1 is equal to 0 and 6k into 2x square plus 1 plus px plus 4x square minus 2 is equal to 0 have both roots common. Have both roots common. Then we have been given 2r minus p is equal to what? A option is 2k plus 1. B option is 0. C option is 7 and the D option is k. First of all, we will rearrange the terms and we write in a proper order. Proper order means, see, multiplying by this way, we got 6k x square plus 3k plus rx plus 2x square minus 1 is equal to 0. Or we'll get, see, combining coefficient of x square, 6k plus 2 plus rx plus 3k minus 1 is equal to 0. So we got one equation as this one. Then taking another equation, it is multiplying 6k, we got a 12k x square plus 6k plus px plus 4x square minus 2 is equal to 0. Now combining coefficient of x square and writing down in a proper order, it is 12k plus 4 into x square plus px plus 6k minus 2 is equal to 0. now we got these two equations. Now we have been given these two equations have both roots common. So I write down another equation, say below this it is 12k plus 4 into x square, it should be say x square over here, plus px plus 6k minus 2 is equal to 0. Now condition applying, a1 over a2, 6k plus 2 upon 12k plus 4 is equal to r upon p is equal to 3k minus 1 on 6k minus 2. That is, the next step it will be 6k plus 2 upon 2 common 6k plus 2. This is equal to r upon p, 3k minus 1 upon 2 into 3k minus 1. This 3k minus will be cancelled out, 6k plus 2 will be cancelled out. We are left with what? We are left with 1 upon 2 is equal to r upon p. That is, I can say p is equal to 2r or 2r minus p is equal to 0. So value of 2r minus p has to be calculated, that is this one. So right option is B option. Once again, see the calculation, see the steps I have done it over here. It is comparing coefficient of x square. It is, see, I write down the equation in a proper order. Then I write down another equation below it. Now comparing coefficient. This coefficient, this upon this, r upon p, this upon this. I find out this will be cancelling out. We are left with 1 by 2 is equal to r by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. So it is r is equal to 2p, it is p is equal to 2r और 2r minus p is equal to 0. So इसी की वैल्यू हमने जो निकाल ली थी.